Welcome back to episode 10 of Everything in the Sky with me, the Rusted Gamer. And we're not going to wait around today. We're heading straight to the end. Go ahead, put all our gear on. We're looking pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's almost there. I'm bringing in all my tools. I'm going to leave the wrench, I think. I got pretty much everything I think I'm going to need. All right, well, here we are. I got plenty of stuff on me. I think I'm good to go. My bow has infinity, so I won't have to worry about running out of arrows. And really, the only thing I'm not sure about is this the same as the original fight? I don't know. I haven't been there in this mod pack yet. So, let's, oh, I hope I don't die. Let's go. Alright, I guess we're going up this way. Well, we found the exit. I'm not going to put the pumpkin on unless I absolutely have to. Dragon going. Alright, so it looks like it's the original fight. Learned if you're really good with the bow, you can catch that from underneath. I have no idea what that stuff even is. I just know about it from somebody else's video, so I figured I'd grab it. That's almost kind of sad to admit, huh? Glad I have feather falling right now because I did not clutch that. Oh, this is a good spot. I should be able to eventually get him. Oh, no. Oh, man, and we have mobs spawning up here because I didn't do a good enough job torching things. All right, so, good rule to self, don't stand in the fire. No, 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 no. And I still don't know if there's one left up on that top pillar. I brought ladders. Can't go over there. No, there isn't. I think that's all of them now. Oh, yeah, I'm damaging them now. One shot. There it is. Nice. All right, I can go and find myself an elytra now. Always like getting new achievements. Yeah. Unfortunately, there is no ship at that. Alright, well, I finally found a proper end city. I don't see a boat, though. An end ship, right? And that's what has the elytra on it. I mean, I'm going to loot it anyways and see what I get. I wish I brought a backpack with me. This could be close. Alright, we're almost to the ship. I figure I'm just going to let them hit me with the levitation. I'm not close enough, I guess. And then, I'll end up pull up on top. Come on. There we go. Alright, I'm inside. There we go. Okay. fantastic. This is awesome. Now that I'm finally going to have an elytra, I'll be able to fly around. I'll come back and use that one after it's enchanted properly to get some more gear. Go ahead, put you in the backpack too. Yeah, so I figure I'm going to make my way back because there's going to be a little bit to get back to the main island. And yeah, I think from there I'll get everything enchanted and then I can come back out and I can fly around properly and check it out. It has a ship. I'm going to have two elytra when I get back. All right, check it out. Watch this entry. Oh, yeah. Almost like I know what I'm doing. I mean, I'm getting real tired of looking for a gateway. I mean, do we think this thing works? How does it work? Does this mean I can Oh God, let me get home. Let me get home. I got like 7 more of those things. Are you serious? If I knew that, do you know how much time I could have saved? Oh my God, I'm so stupid. All right, well, we're finally back at the end island and I'm ready to go home. Um, I've spent quite a bit of time here now. We have quite a bit of loot. I'm pretty happy. I wish I knew more about this flight thing. I feel like that would have definitely made things go a lot quicker for me. But I guess I know in the future, and I guess actually, you know what? It may not even matter since I have Elytra now. So, we'll see. And then there's definitely some stuff from some of the other mod packs in here. Mostly Forbidden and Canis Ars Nouveau. I think maybe that. I got a Shulker spawn egg, so that's great. If I can ever manage to get a actual spawner going, because I know that is a thing. I can create a spawner. And that would be great if I could start spawning shulkers in there because I want to use a lot of shulkers. I think they'll be very useful in the storage system I want to create, but can't do that yet. And then I also got 5 backpacks, including this one, which has a magnet in it, which I didn't realize was a thing. But that's fantastic. I might put that on the backpack I usually carry around. But let's go home. Oh, good. I put us at the main island. All right, here we go. Oh, this is going to make things moving around the island so much quicker, and I'm definitely going to die at least, well, probably many times. All right, so here we are down below. This is underneath the wood farm, and I've now hooked up storage and everything to it, and I think it's looking pretty good. So these vaults will all be wood storage, the various types of wood. These guys here, also sticks and apples. That'll all be from these vaults, and then these chests or these barrels down here are just the saplings that we're using. And we're only using these saplings here. We're not using any of these because the wood is all the same, so at that point it doesn't matter. And I can just buy them anyways from that trader up top. So I'm going to go ahead, get this turned on, get it going. And then I also did a little bit of work over at the crops farm. All right, so over here, I built a module to start breeding animals. Because what I want to do is eventually get to the point where I'm making food. And if we come over here and we look at JEI, these are all the different food choices we have, right? Including some down here as well. And I can make, I don't have any fish, so without a renewable source of fish, some of this stuff isn't possible. I don't have cocoa beans at the moment, so that's not going to be possible, but a lot of this stuff is the chicken sandwich, the hamburger. There's a whole bunch of different things here that I can make. I got an idea on how I want to do it, so that's what I'm going to be working towards over in this arm. So the animals will provide a bunch of the different food required elements. The crops farms will produce most of everything else. And then there's a couple of things that are going to have to go and be worked. I'm going to have to bake the potatoes because that's how they're used in most of the recipes. There's also cooked rice, which will have to be its own individual little module. But for the most part, I think this is going to be pretty easy to do. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up pretty similar to the wood farm. I probably won't use vaults. I'll probably just use chests. And then I'm just going to use mechanical arms. I can input the mechanical arm with like 8 or 10 different chests and then just have it automatically put to a mixing machine. Because most of these will get made in a mixing machine. Some have a blaze burner under them, some don't. But they all can all get made in this, so I can just make filters for 3 or 4 of these and just have one crafting arm feed 3 or 4 of these based off of whatever ingredients are coming in and what's available at the time. So I think that's going to be the plan that I'm going to work for. But for now, I got quite a bit of building over here to do. The crops farm is set up. I think I even have it running now. And we're starting to produce animals. Check it out, I almost forgot. I also got some tropical fish from a wandering trader. So, I have some new fish in my pond. Trying to spread them out because last time I put fish in here, they all just schooled together. So we're down below. I've done some building, and yeah, I'm already gonna move everything. I mean, it's not me unless I rebuild something 2 or 3 times. So basically, what we have down here is we have a slicer, which is taking some of the meat and slicing it into different items. Next to it, we have a cooker, so that's just smelting raw meat and also the eggs. When the eggs come out, the eggs go through here, they get turned into fried eggs. And then on this far side over here, we have a module that's designed to make bowls. I haven't turned it on yet. Logs turn into lumber, and then the lumber gets pushed and turned into a bowl. That's it. Pretty basic. There's the campfires on the underneath. And yeah, I'm already gonna rebuild the whole thing. And just like that, everything has been totally rebuilt. And already I like it massively, massively more. It's a lot cleaner. Definitely better. Still a lot more work to do on this line before it's done. We have the grinder up here that's going to take the rice pinnacle and turn it immediately into rice. This main line here is just going to be a line for the items that don't have to have anything done to them. All of these items don't need anything done. We're just going to move them from the top and not have to worry about it. The whole system down here is pretty much exactly the same, just I kind of cleaned it up a little bit, simplified it a little bit. I think it looks a lot better. Animals, pretty much exactly the same. Only thing I still have to do here is I'm going to put the cows, I think, in the back, and then I'll make the milk portion come off the other side. And then the wood area is still the same as well. I'm going to take the logs, turn them into planks, and the planks into bowls. That's it. I mean, this portion is done. I like it. It's clean. I just got to hook it up and get it running. But I think we're just going to go on straight on to the next portion. I got to do stuff with tomatoes, and I'm also going to have to do stuff. The eggs are already going to get cooked, or at least some of them. And then I'm going to have to do stuff with the wheat, because the wheat has to get turned into bread, and it also gets turned into a dough, which I believe is used in a couple of recipes as well. So I might also try and make that. But I think I'm also going to have to expand the farm up top because wheat's also being fed to 2 different animals over here, the cows and the sheep. So I'm probably going to need a lot more wheat than any of the other items. Oh, right, we've made some huge upgrades, some big strides on the mechanisms here. We added in a milking machine down here. The milk will get sucked up. There's a deployer there, there's a bucket. I might have to add a second bucket. We're going to be testing that out pretty soon. But the main line is done. It's on. Everything looks to be hooked up and running. We added a splitter here for wheat. So we are now creating bread there. And then wheat is also going up here, being ground down into the flour. And then the flour gets split there. On one side, it gets mixed with water to become dough. And then on this side, it's getting mixed with milk from the farm down there to get turned into a pie crust. And then over here, there's one more module here, which is taking tomatoes and turning them into tomato paste or tomato sauce, I believe. And I think it's actually all programmed, so I'm about to turn it on here pretty soon. I'm going to take most of this out. I'm going to change the height of it in some places. I might make it 2 layers in a couple of places. And then pretty soon, somewhere, I don't know if I want to try and do it in here, or I think maybe it would be better to try and do it out here. But I'm going to make the cooking area. Yeah, I think it's probably better to do it down here. Yeah. See, if you look between this page down here and then this page up here, there is a lot of recipes to make. So we'll see how much we actually manage to make. But I'm going to try and do as many as possible. I have a lot of the ingredients coming down here. I can still add a couple of the other ones that I'm missing, whether that be just a manual dump or I make a farm for like sugar cane and things of that nature. But yeah. All right, let me continue getting this hooked up. Oh, I also expanded the farm up top and added another line of wheat on either side because I'm using so much wheat in this farm. All right, so I'm trying to figure out my actual crafting area. Now, this doesn't look too bad. I can actually hold all the items. This is all the items I need to store, plus a couple more that I still haven't actually manufactured involving mostly milk. But there's like 22 items here. And this is actually big enough to store just about all of them with the final row of chests on top and then theoretically conveyor belts on the back feeding all the chests with filters. But the problem with that is it can only actually produce like 5 items. I mean, if I put them all next to each other, it could produce a little bit more, but I don't want to do it that way. I like having the 1 block radius skipped in the middle. So if I'm doing it that way, it really means I'm probably going to have more than just 1 module. I might have 3, 4, 5 different modules based on what we have going on here, and in some cases it might just be item overflow before some items can get manufactured. Well, after a great deal of time, I've finally figured out how I'm going to make my modules for the automated crafting work. So most of them just require this setup here. Some require a blaze burner under them, but none of these ones do. And I'm just going to have to make modules. This module will make 5 different recipes. All of these sandwiches here, which is great. I like the diversity. Like maybe I can open up a sub shop somewhere up top. And this is basically the module for it. It's all fed by a single conveyor belt, either through the smart chutes or the brass funnels up top. Kind of see it's all set up. The mechanical arm can reach all of these points. So this is it. And the only downfall to this means it's going to be kind of a push system. So until all of these storage mechanisms fill up, the future modules down the line, I'll probably put another one around here somewhere and then maybe a third. I'm not entirely sure yet. I can also do them from the other side, the back side, if I want to. But the modules further on down the line aren't going to fill up until this storage is filled up. So I'll probably just have to come in and like do something like this where I put in a bunch of unique items, and that way it doesn't take everything. It doesn't have to fill up the entire inventory. All right, check it out. It's all on. Not entirely hooked up yet, but all on. So the milk portion isn't working. I'm going to have to redesign that. What I ended up doing is taking my main bus line, the main power line, through the Create mod, extending it all the way down, and then I hooked alternators up to it in different locations. Because the issue I found was one alternator, or maybe it was the wire, I'm not sure, couldn't supply enough power for everything. And I didn't want to run, multiple wire lines down here to have everything going. It would look crazy. So what I choose to do instead is set it up this way. So we have a couple power lines. Everything is running. At the moment, I have no on-off stuff set up for it. But it does have items going into this vault here. I mean, I could dump the contents of this bag in there as well. I think I will. And then once I put the chute on here, everything is going to start coming out. It should go into my 2 mixing modules that I've got built so far. And then, yeah, any overflow is going to come out here. I'm not using all of the items yet. So there will be some overflow. But, yeah, let me get the final bits and pieces hooked up, and we'll see if everything turns on and starts cooking. All right, well, let's do this, shall we? We're just going to throw this guy on here like so. So now we're just going to set up at full stacks, and that's going to empty out its inventory pretty quickly. We should start seeing them pop out here on... Oh, yeah, look. He's already picking stuff up. All right, so as expected, it's going to be a while before we potentially get enough where we're actually cooking anything yet. Oh, look, he's getting some stuff now, too. Oh, this is awesome. It might actually be working. All right, well, we still don't got it to quite work yet. The issue I'm having is what I suspected I might have. And mechanical arm is ignoring the recipe filter on the basin. Right, like there is a clear allow list, and it's putting everything in there, and then nothing is getting made. So what I ended up doing is I actually made all of the food here for these 10 crafters, and then set this up this way, hoping that would work, and that's not working. So I guess the next thing I'm going to try and do is I'm going to put depots below here with these guys as the filter's input, and then the food as a filter on the output, and see if I can't do that, and then redeploy the arm. And hopefully that will fix the problem I'm having now without having to necessarily totally rebuild everything. It's finally working. It's awesome. Just so awesome. It's finally working. Pretty soon I'm going to have to make another module or two. I still got plenty of overflow materials coming in here that aren't being used yet. But it is working, and I just got an achievement called Nourishing for eating pasta with meatballs. So fantastic. It's going to take a while for this thing to really start producing any type of real food. Truth be told, the actual herding area down there is pretty small. Maybe at some point when I get spawners, I can do something better with that. But by then, this will probably run so long that it's no longer an issue. So I'm going to go ahead and work on expanding this, and we'll catch up in a bit. So we're back and looking at the farm. I am finally producing 15 different types of food. If we look in the backpack here, and I skipped one. I don't remember which one it is. Some sort of roll. We're producing all of this food now, and it's fantastic. The only shortage now is I can't get enough crops, and I can't get enough meat throughput to really start doing things. So what I'm going to end up doing is using this organic compost here. If we click on it up here, eventually what will happen after time is it will turn into rich soil, which I believe once hoed will become trampleless. So mobs won't trample the soil, and it provides random buffs kind of similar to bone meal on occasion. So that should help speed everything up top, at least as far as production is concerned. And we're just going to leave this on for now. I could probably even turn the speed of some of the motors down, as they probably don't need to be going that fast given what the output is. But yeah, I'm going to do that in a later episode. I think we're going to call it here for today. We got a lot done, and next episode we're going up top. We're going to have to start getting used to building buildings up top. It's a ghost town up there. So that's going to be the case. So until the next episode, thanks for joining me. I've been the Rusted Gamer. Like, subscribe, comment if you want to comment. And until the next episode, have a great day.